Okay, welcome back. This is going to be a lot of chores in the beginning, so I've zoomed through it. I don't necessarily want to cut a lot of times just because I want you guys to see like everything that I'm doing. I want to be very open about that. So that's why it's a lot of speed up kind of stuff. The original timing of this was about 20 minutes, but I've sped it up, so it's only about 2 minutes. I don't know if you caught it, but at the beginning I did do my daily boob check. No change yet. So continuing to watch that to see if she is pregnant. She looks half the time she looks pregnant. She's got a gigantic belly. And then other times she doesn't look like she's pregnant. So the boobs are the only thing that I'm going to have to be able to go off of and try and see what happens. And that's kind of a little bit of the issue too, is that at this point in my life, just because of my circumstances, I have actually never seen a foal in person. I've never been around a pregnant mare. I've never been around something that's younger than, I guess, 6 months. My sister, when she got her filly, was 9 months old. So that is the youngest horse that I've ever interacted with, was 9 months old. I've never seen the process through. Obviously, I just because of osmosis and being interested in horses, I understand a little bit of what's going on. And I've also thankfully she was photographed in the wild, and I can see kind of a rough timeline maybe of when a baby could appear. But it's all just guessing because I have no clue. And it does keep me up at night at this point, for a while. It's terrifying. And that's why I think I have a little bit of anxiety about her being able to be handled and everything, is because I need her to be manageable in case she has a baby.
Okay, so the rest of this is just going to be kind of normal routine. You can kind of see where this looks really silly with me just holding it out, but I'm trying to almost target her to be I want to do the halter. I want to halter you. You can see where she put her butt at me at first, and I still haven't, at this point, again, this is over a year ago, I haven't decided how I'm approaching that situation. It's one of those things that, and I'm not a professional. I'm not a trainer, so I don't necessarily recommend. I'm just explaining how I did it. I kind of ignore it. So I'm trying to focus on the things that I encourage through positive. So okay, I'm ignoring it, but when she does something I like, I'm going to reward it. So it's getting used to rewarding for the behavior and ignoring the behavior I don't want, in the sense of hopefully it becomes an extinction, right? They don't do that activity or thing anymore because I've ignored it enough. They're not getting a reward for it, so why would they do it? And that's just kind of where I come from. Again, not a professional, not a trainer. This is over a year ago. And I guess the really, I don't know if this is naive, ignorant of me, but I also is a weird word to use. She's communicating something with me, and I appreciate that she's communicating with me. So it's not that I want to stop that because it's a way of her to communicate to me. It's just, I understand that it can be a dangerous situation, but that's what's happening. So again, this is going to be a quote usual routine. You saw the fly spray, which we're getting better at. Pretty good. I'm reinforcing haltering here. So I've probably mentioned it before, but I have a little bit of a bad habit of, she does something well and is good for a couple times, and I'm oh, we've got it, we're done. She, at least this point in her time, she needs a reinforcement of that activity, of that situation, to kind of make it understood. And again, I think that's a little bit of positive reinforcement, right? We're reinforcing the behavior constantly. And when I stop rewarding for it, she doesn't not do things. There are many times, to this day, that I will do a couple things without treats just because I'm doing something, it's casual, it's nothing. She doesn't not do them. It's just she's not as engaged the next time because she's okay, I get it, whatever. But, the rewarding system is meant to encourage this communication and stuff like that. For me, it's just like my job. I really like my job.
But if I'm not getting paid for my job, I'm going to be hesitant to go to my job and do my job because I need to be rewarded for that activity. So anyway, that's just my kind of like thought process a little bit. But again, reinforcing the haltering. And you can see where she's a little, I don't want to use the word pushy, but because she's not pushing in that sense. She's really trying to target the halter, and you can see where I'm putting behind me because I've realized that where she's just like really in my space because she wants to target because reward. So it's me figuring out where I should hold myself and hold the halter in order to make this successful and, not accidentally teach her something wrong. It's also where I'm not giving her, I don't think, enough time to, one, chew, and two, ask for the secondary time. So if she chews and then I ask again, it's too quick. And maybe that's okay with professionals and stuff like that, but I want the ask to be successful, so I feel like I need a little bit more time in between, and that's why I'm also taking the halter away so that I can have it. All right, so we're going to move outside of the corral. As you can see from the barn, it's a scary, dark place with a lot of stuff in it. We're going to first come out of the gate. I'm going to have a video later where we work a little bit on gate etiquette. We just need practice because something is a little bit weird, and we're going to have to work on that to, be chill. I think she kind of came just busting out. I'm soaking her hay, and it is very scary, so we're investigating it as using just a desensitization situation because you never know what you're going to see that's scary to them. And then we're going to work on the barn. Again, it's a scary, dark place. And why would we want to go in there? So I'm just encouraging. Well, I'm not encouraging. I'm rewarding when she gives me what I want. And then kind of just waiting until she figures it out. I am holding the line taut when she backs up all the way. Not sure if this is something I would do again in that sense. On one hand, I like staying at a specific point so she starts back at that point. But on the other hand, I'm pressuring. I'm creating a false sense of I'm trapping her in a way, I guess you could say. So I'm not sure if I would do that again. Because I think it is actually important looking at this to go back to where she's comfortable, not where I want her to be comfortable. But overall, I think she does really well. She's not too scared of the barn, which I was kind of surprised about. I think she's a little bit claustrophobic in the trailer later, but I could also just be humanizing her. But I'm really happy with where she's at in the barn. It's obviously not perfect. She doesn't walk in there and just hang out and chill out and she's the coolest cucumber ever. But I think there's a progress of really engaging with all the junk everywhere. She does not seem scared. She's not at threshold. And I like that I kind of said, okay, that was good. Try it one more time. And kind of want a smooth process, right? We don't want to step, and go back, step, back. We want to just go in, turn around, cross tie. And then eventually we'll come out. So it's just, again, the process of efficiency and reinforcing the behavior. And I'm sorry, you can't see, but there's a lot of stuff and I'm asking her to target and touch things. And chill out, because you saw the beginning where she would just immediately turn and walk away. So this is perfect. She's staying. She even backed up a little bit. So that is excellent, based on where she was at the beginning, where she didn't even want to come in. So very, very pleased with that. So we're going to end on that because we are a good girl. And yeah, there we go.